We've all been there. That moment when you know the conversation's going to be tough. Your heart rate climbs, your mind races for the right words, and you've practiced what to say, but you still don't know how to avoid defensiveness or keep things on track. And without a clear way to lead that talk, you risk damaging trust, missing clarity, and walking away with nothing agreed. This video gives you a simple framework and specific phrases to guide the conversation from start to finish. So you can leave that meeting with more trust, less tension, and a clear next step you both agreed to. So let's start. Number one, start with safety. If you skip this step, every phrase that follows can backfire, because people only engage when they feel both mutual respect and mutual purpose. And without that foundation, every word you say sounds like control instead of care. Creating safety means showing that you care about them and about the shared outcome. It's the emotional permission that opens the door to dialogue. So start every hard conversation by naming your shared goal and your respect for the person before offering any feedback. Here's an example. Hey, I really value how much you care about this team, and I want us both to succeed here. And that one sentence disarms fear, builds trust, and clears the space for honesty. Number two, lead with validation and empathy. Provide one sentence that lowers the shield in just seconds, because people want to feel heard before they'll hear you. Validation turns resistance into relief. So use gentle phrases like, "That sounds really hard. I see." Or "Tell me more." Because these phrases signal understanding, not agreement, and that builds connection. Mirror their words and then pause. And then ask a calm follow-up like, "What part feels hardest right now?" And that moment of empathy changes everything. Number three, set an honest human tone. This disarms defensiveness without sugarcoating. Acknowledging difficulty creates authenticity because it shows courage and not weakness. And if it's true, start simply with, "It's difficult to have this conversation," because honesty will earn your permission to continue. So say it once, be calm and respectful, and then move to the facts. People trust leaders who tell the truth with grace. Number four, use I statements and not accusations. I want to say that again. Use I statements and not accusations. Swap one word and watch the reactions change, because this very act, the you language, feels like blame, but the I felt language actually reveals impact and further develops that trust. So next time, use this format. I felt in the blank, fill in the blank, when fill in the blank happened. It's transparent and not tactical. Stick to the facts and your experience and avoid guessing motives. So here's an example. I felt concerned when the deadline was missed, because that lands far better than you dropped the ball. Number five, clarify intent with contrasting. Stop the mind reading that derails tough talks. In contentious situations, people assume the worst. So clarifying intent restores psychological safety. So try this structure. I don't mean put in your fear. I do mean, and then put in your purpose. So here's an example. I don't mean to criticize you. I do want us to get better as a team. Because you're naming the false fear first, and then you're stating your real goal. It actually replaces anxiety with clarity. Number six, reconnect when things get heated. Use phrases that reset a spiraling moment. Because when emotions rise, logic disappears. Reaffirming alliance brings people back. So try this. Say, I'm not against you. We're in this together and I'm listening. It reminds them that you're partners and not opponents. You have to slow your tempo down at times. Say it with a calm presence and then invite their perspective. Number 7, ask ownership and collaboration questions. Because your role is to get to solutions they'll actually commit to. It's all about influence. People support what they help create. So use questions that build ownership. Use lines like, why don't we work together to solve this? Or, why do you think, or what do you think your next step should be? That way you are co-designing the plan and you're letting them speak first. When they choose the path, they'll walk it with conviction. Number 8, find common ground fast. Use a one-liner that actually breaks the polarization. Common ground shrinks fear and it creates momentum. So here's examples that you could say, or one example. Can we look for something we both agree on? Because that starts to create the common ground, because agreement restores connection. And then list 1 or 2 shared goals that you have together. Anchor your next steps to those shared truths, because progress always starts with a point of agreement. Number 9, use inquiry to surface insight. So by using a question that reveals blind spots, you then again bring them in and you stop assumptions. Why? Because assumptions limit growth. An inquiry reveals what you can't see alone. Ask open questions like, how do you see it? Or, what might help improve this? And then listen without an agenda. Reflect back what you heard and then add your view with curiosity, not certainty. And that's how you learn what's really beneath the surface. Number 10, apply the state framework in crucial conversations. STATE, the state framework. This is a 5-step structure for any tough talk. Why? Because structure keeps you clear when emotions run high. It keeps the conversation fair and it keeps the conversation focused. So I want to go into the state format. S means share the facts. Tell your story. Make sure you ask for their path. And then talk tentatively. So share facts, tell your story, ask for their path, talk tentatively, because you're speaking with humble confidence and you're sharing your perspective clearly, but staying open to theirs. And then encourage testing. What am I missing? Do you see this differently? I'm open to another angle. Tell me what you think. Help me see it through your eyes before we move forward. Number 11, practice radical candor. Practice radical candor. Because you want to avoid the trap that feels kind but harms results. Willingness, empathy, protects feelings but destroys growth. Candor with care creates trust and excellence. So know the person deeply. Be clear, not cruel, and never vague. Pair the specific behavior plus the impact plus the next step delivered, all with kindness. Say, I value you, and because of that, I need to be honest. That's real leadership. And number 12, prep before you speak. Do this 3-minute reset to show up at your best. Grounded leaders communicate with clarity instead of reactivity. Preparation protects relationships. So before you walk in, check your assumptions and your intent. Ask this question: what's the outcome that I really want for them, and for me. Try writing down 5 things: the facts, your story, their possible story, the ideal outcome, and your first question. That 3-minute reset changes the whole conversation, because hard conversations don't destroy teams, silence does. I want to encourage you that words actually matter, and tone matters. And the courage you choose better words changes everything. Leadership isn't about winning arguments. It's about building understanding. So the next time tension rises, don't react, simply rephrase. By rephrasing, you can watch trust, performance, and respect rise right along with it. If this video helped, hit subscribe for more ways to lead with calm, clarity, and compassion. And I'm asking you to please drop a comment below. Which phrase are you going to use this week? Because every great conversation starts with the courage to speak with grace. As we serve together, Dr. Jeff.